Shukdev Goswami is saying to Parikshit Maharaj, māyāṁ vividiṣan viṣṇu māyeśasya mahā-muniḥ mahā-bhāgavato rājan pitaram paryatoṣayat. Translation. Narada very much pleased his father and desired to know all about the energies of Viṣṇu, the master of all the energies. For Narada was the greatest of all the sages and greatest of all devotees, O king. So, as we learned in the previous shlokas of this chapter, Lord Brahma created everything on the instruction of Lord Viṣṇu. He also created his son Narada. And Narada who was the most dear son of Brahma, was always ready to serve his father. He strictly followed the instructions of his father. His behavior was very, very humble, very nice behavior. And he had a sense control as well. So that was all the features of Narada. And Narada Muni, in this way, he pleased his father by his behavior, by his humility, by his sense control, and his eagerness to serve. So when Brahmaji was pleased, then Naradji, who was the greatest of all the sages, he is the greatest of all sadhu, munis, and greatest of all the devotees is the Narada. So then Narada Muni wanted to know all about Lord Viṣṇu. So he inquired from his father that you have seen Lord Viṣṇu face to face. So can you please tell me about the energies of Lord Viṣṇu, Lord Viṣṇu himself, who is the master of all the energies. So this is the inquiry by Narad Muni to Brahmaji. What is he inquiring about? He's saying, hey father, please tell me about Lord Viṣṇu. And Father Brahma will only tell Narada because Narada is having good qualities of a devotee or a bhakta. So there are some words in this shloka. The words are mahā-īśasya, māyā-īśasya. Māyā-īśasya means the master of all the energy, Maya. Mahā-muniḥ, mahā-muniḥ means greatest of all the sages. Mahā-bhāgavata, mahā-bhāgavata is first class devotee is called mahā-bhāgavata. And paryatoṣayat, very much pleased. So in this way there are some words in this shloka. I will repeat the shloka again and then read purport by Srila Prabhupada. Māyām vividiṣan viṣṇu māyeśasya mahā-muniḥ mahā-bhāgavato rājan pitaram paryatoṣayat. So Narad Muni is inquiring from Brahmaji. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Brahma, being the creator of all the living beings in the universe, he is originally the father of several well-known sons like Daksha Prajapati, Char Kumaras, and Narada. In three departments of human knowledge disseminated by Vedas, namely karma-kāṇḍa, fruitive work, transcendental knowledge, jñāna-kāṇḍa, and devotional service, upāsanā-kāṇḍa. Devarṣi Nārada inherited from his father Brahma devotional service, whereas the Daksha inherited from his father karma-kāṇḍa, and Sanaka, Sanatana, Adi Rishi inherited from their father jñāna-kāṇḍa, the transcendental knowledge. So Brahmaji gave all the Vedas, and Vedas have different description. Main three divisions of Vedas, or even in fact Bhagavad-gītā. If you take Bhagavad-gītā, the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad-gītā talks about karma yoga. Middle 6 chapters of Bhagavad-gītā talks about bhakti yoga. And last 6 chapters of Bhagavad-gītā talks about jnana yoga. Similarly, here there is a karma-kāṇḍa, there is a jnana-kāṇḍa, and there is a upāsanā-kāṇḍa or bhakti. So Narad Muni inherited bhakti from Brahmaji, while Daksha Prajapati inherited karma-kāṇḍa. And the jnana-kāṇḍa was inherited by Sanakadi Rishi. But out of them all, Narada is described as the most beloved son of Brahma. So all these rishis, there are so many children of Brahma. Prominent of them is Daksha Prajapati, Narada Muni, Chaturkumara, and so many others. But among all the children of Brahma, who is the most favorite? Narada. Why? Because of, इसके पहले के श्लोक में जो इसे कल हमने पढ़ा था, what was the shloka? Tam Narada priyatamo riktha adanam anuvrataha Shushrumana Shilena Prashneyena Damena cha. नारद जी की क्वालिटी जो है वो ये श्लोक में बताई गई है. Narada, the most dear of the inherited son of Brahma, always ready to serve his father, strictly following the instructions of his father by his mannerly behavior and meekness and sense control. These are the qualities of Narada. That is why he was very dear. Because of his good behavior, obedience, meekness, and readiness to serve to his father. Narada is famous as the greatest of all the sages because of his being the greatest of all the devotees. Narada is the spiritual master of many famous devotees of the Lord. Like, he is the spiritual master of Prahlad, Dhruva, Vedvyasi, down to the animal hunter Kirata. Even in Ramayana, Valmiki Rishi was initiated by Narada Muni. Valmiki was Ratnakar, and Narad Muni changed the life of Ratnakar. So Narad Muni is the greatest of all devotees, and he is also the spiritual master of many great bhaktas also. So here the thing is mentioned about Narad Muni. His only business is to turn everyone to transcendental loving service of the Lord. So wherever Narad Muni goes, his only message is that you serve Lord Viṣṇu. Narayana, Narayana. Therefore, all these features of Narada make him the dearmost son of his father. And all this is due to Narada as being a first class devotee of Lord. So these are some of the things which we can learn from Narada Muni. If we really want to be dear devotee or first class devotee, then what are the qualities required? Always eager to serve. That is the first quality. Second quality, following the instructions strictly. Thirdly, mannerly behavior. Fourthly, very humble. And fifthly, sense control. These are the 5 qualities of Narada which make him dear to Brahma. If we want to be dear to Srila Prabhupada, then we have to have these 5 qualities. What is the first quality? Shushrurtaha manaha. Shushrusha manaha. Shushrusha manaha means always eager to serve. Then second is anuvartataha. Anuvartaha means always following the instructions very strictly. Third, prasharshiyena, meekness. Shilena, good behavior. And damena, sense control. These are the very important qualities. If we can learn from Narada, then we can be dear devotee. We can be first class devotee. If we really want to be first class devotee, these are the 5 qualities. Eagerness to serve, following the instructions of spiritual master, mannerly behavior, damena means sense control, and meekness, humble behavior. Because he was following the instruction he learned from the father, and Narad Muni was putting that into practice. He was a first class devotee. Prabhupada for the rights. The devotees are always anxious to know more and more about Supreme Lord, the master of all energies, as is confirmed in Bhagavad-gītā. So Lord Krishna is the master of everything, all the energies. Antaranga, Bahiranga Shakti, Tatastha Shakti, all the Shaktis come from Lord Krishna. Krishna is Shaktiman. And there are 2 things, one is Shakti and one is Shaktiman. Shaktiman is Lord Krishna. From him comes the Shakti. So who is powerful, Shakti or Shaktiman? The person who is giving this energy is powerful. So Bhagavad-gītā, it is mentioned in 10th chapter, 9th shloka, which is called 10th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā is called Vibhuti Yoga, where Lord Krishna is explaining his Vibhuti to Arjuna. Lord Krishna is saying, Machitta matagata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantasya mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So in this shloka, the behavior of a devotee is mentioned in this 10th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā. What is it said? The Supreme Lord is unlimited and his energies are unlimited. This is not the translation, but the translation of this shloka 10.9 is Machita matagata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So devotees of Lord are always absorbed in worship or service of Lord. And when they talk to each other, they only talk about Krishna consciousness, no other things, no politics, nothing like that. And they enjoy talking to each other about Krishna Katha. That is the behavior of the devotee. That is why when Narad Muni met Brahmaji, he said, can you please tell me about Lord Viṣṇu and his energy? He didn't ask anything else. No material desire. The Supreme Lord is unlimited and his energies are also unlimited. No one can know them completely. Brahmaji being the greatest living entity within this universe and being directly instructed by the Lord must know more than anyone within the universe, although such knowledge may not be complete. So why Narad Muni asked this question that, hey, Brahmaji, please tell me about Lord Viṣṇu and his energy. Because to know about Lord Viṣṇu and his energy is impossible. Because Lord has unlimited energy and his expansions. But Brahmaji had seen Lord Vishnu face to face. And that is why Narad Muni knew that Brahmaji would know the best. If anybody knows about Lord Vishnu, it is Brahmaji. So he asked him. Thus, it is the duty of everyone to ask about unlimited Lord from the spiritual master in the disciplic succession of Brahma, which descends from Narada to Vyas, from Vyas to Shukdev Goswami, and so on. So, whenever we meet any devotees, uh, we should talk about, we should inquire about that. Can you please tell me about some Krishna Katha? Can you please tell me what do you know about Lord Krishna? Like that. So, in this way, in this shloka, Prabhupada ji explains very nice about Narad Muni's behavior and his inquiry from Brahmaji about Lord Vishnu and his energies. We'll pause here and we'll continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna.